Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new tutorial, and in the next tutorial I'm going to show one way that I'm using to paint yellow. I'm doing this on the Goliath. This is a work in progress. So here you can see I want to use yellow and this type of gray for the cloth combined with black. So I will show you how I do this yellow and what are the steps that I follow. So I was doing this one, and the step first I'm doing is that you can see all my metals are Zenithal Prime, okay? So they have black, and then I spray white from the top. This is what the priming I use for the Goliath. So what I'm using first is Bubonic Brown, okay? And if you don't have Bubonic Brown, because it's quite, I think it's quite old color, and I'm not sure if it's still in under production, you can use Aberland Sunset. I like more Bubonic Brown because half this is a little bit more brown, okay, and it works very well. So I will show you, you can apply this directly, a couple of layers that will give you the finishing that you want. For example, this, I want to do this armor plate in yellow first, so I'm going to apply here, and you can see that the base color was quite dark, so I will apply first. So here the primer, I was keeping the dark primer. The Zenithal, I have to say, did not work very well here. So we are going to apply first a layer of Bubonic Brown, wait that dries, and do a second layer. 2 layers will be enough, and I will try to do this on camera so you can see how this works, okay? So you can see I'm doing this first layer. Okay. And I will wait. And while I'm waiting, normally what I do is I'm not really waiting. I go for another part of the middle where I want to apply yellow, and then I will come back to the first part. Okay, so we are going to do, for example, here this arm protection. Okay, try not to do it just in one layer. I think it's always better to do it in 2 thin layers, especially the parts where the white is not that visible. Okay, so here I wait that this dries. I will do, for example, I was forgetting, I want to do this part here on this guy. And you can see, this is the one that you see here, is my test miniature. Okay, so this is not finished yet, and testing there the colors. So I will come back here, and now we are going to do the legs. Okay, and the legs I prefer to do it in this way, although there is like a step down here. No, I will keep it as quite tricky because there's like a step, but I prefer to do everything yellow. And keep the rim with the metallic. Okay. I'm just doing this because you can see that Bubonic Brown can give a quite nice finishing. And the look that I want to go for this guy is to give a look of quite industrial. So you can see now the second layer is covering very well. You will have a very nice yellow. Okay. Here you have really a nice yellow. So once we have applied all the yellow, okay, we'll go back to this miniature. Once we have applied the yellow, the next step we are going to do is to apply Seraphim Sepia. I'm going to apply this in that case because I don't go for orangey yellow. I want to go more for ochre yellow. Okay, so I'm going to apply Seraphim Sepia. On top of the yellow, and this will give me the shading, very nice shading, brown shading, and it will help to give this industrial look to these armor plates. Okay. Here we have. Okay, and once the previous layer of yellow have dried, I go back to the bubonic brown. We are going to start adding some highlights and cleaning up a little bit the wash. For example, here I will go in the middle of the shoulder pad and add a little bit of this. Okay. This, as I said, normally these tutorials are how to do, and my focus is more how to achieve quite nice results with so it's more on efficiency, so good results with a moderate effort. Okay, you can see that I'm not touching the rivets. Okay, and I try to leave the Seraphim Sepia at the borders. Next step, if you think that sometimes it's too dark, you can use a little bit of brown to harmonize. I'm quite happy with how it looks like. So next we can use Fleischgit yellow. This is a much vibrant yellow. We can add a little bit. This will give very light full color. Add a little bit on the parts, like that. Okay, and then I will touch with this yellow that is more touch the rivets in that case. Okay, you can add a little bit here if you want. Okay, not too much. And this is a way to do yellow. Okay, it's quite a fast way, and I think looks quite nice. You always can use, I will not use a glaze of yellow in that case, because it's more on the orange spectrum and I want to go more on the brown yellow. Okay, so I'm just not touching to do the only thing I'm thinking, you can even go, if you want, to use a little bit of dawn yellow where you want really a more extreme accents. You can use this, for example, on the rivets. Okay, this is use the dawn yellow with a lot of moderation. If not, okay. And this is my way. This is one of the ways to do yellow, and I think it looks quite nice. So yeah, that's all for this weekly painting. I hope you find this interesting, and you can see now this was the first layer. Okay, you see the first layer there. This is after applying the wash, and this is after applying the highlights. So I wanted to do it in that way so you can see how it looks like at the end. I hope you find this interesting. Please leave in the comments below, let me know what do you think. And as usual, thanks a lot for watching, and see you again later. Bye!